What are you hearing? Is Iran's nuclear program set back? Is it destroyed? Can they rebuild it?
Well, for specificities, we have to wait to get more details, obviously, because as you know, the National Council of Resistance of Iran and the People's Mujahideen Organization of Iran has a vast network inside Iran. So we have to wait for more specificity. But one thing is for sure, I can assure you that so long as this regime is in place, they will never give up their drive to acquire nuclear weapons. Being secret, not being transparent, is the way they have treated this issue of the nuclear program. And I'm talking uh, from perspective of an organization and a movement that made huge revelations about Iran's nuclear program. Actually, it was us who revealed the existence of Natanz back in 2002, Fordo in 2005, and actually over the past 3 decades or so, we have made 130 plus revelations about secret sites and projects and so on and so forth. This regime is dead serious to get nuclear weapons, and actually, as it gets weaker inside Iran and has got weaker in the region, it's more determined than ever to get the nuclear weapons. So, and as you know, they are not only working on enrichment process; they have been working on the weaponization aspect. At the same time, they have been working for delivery system. I mean, manufacturing warheads to be put on the ballistic missiles. So all these three aspects should be watched. And as long as any of this remains, the threat that the mullahs will get a nuclear bomb will stay with us.
Let me ask you this. Let's say they had a missile that could reach the United States with a nuclear warhead. Do you believe Iran would launch a missile at the United States?
Well, obviously, it's a hypothetical question, but I can tell you this. This regime has shown that it would not stop at any point of committing crime for its survival. You are talking about a regime that has executed 120,000 good Iranians, men and women, young and old, 90% of whom belong to our movement, simply because they stood up for human rights and democracy. This is a regime that has fostered all these terrorist groups from Hezbollah to Houthis and so on and so forth, all these years to foment terrorism and chaos. You are talking about a regime which is a state sponsor number one of the world for terrorism. Its terror tentacles has reached as far away as Argentina. Actually, they plotted some terrorist plots in the U.S. that was foiled. Actually, you're talking about a regime that is accredited diplomat, literally tried to blow up a meeting of the National Council of Resistance of Iran in Paris back in 2018, in which there were up to 100,000 people attending and hundreds of dignitaries, including Rudy Giuliani and Newt Gingrich. So you're talking about a regime that stops at nowhere for committing crime to stay in power.
For full shows, live and on demand, it's Salem News Channel.